A good and blessed morning to you, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ. To understand the mystery of the ascension, one must view it under two aspects. The first one is the victory of Jesus over the world. And here, when we talk of the world, we are not talking of the world of nature, the creation of God, but we are talking of the world where the evil one is the prince. We are talking of the world of men and women who have chosen darkness over light. We are talking of the world which hates Christians, a world which exists to inflict pain on the disciples. So this is the world which Jesus has overcome, which Jesus has conquered by rising from the dead and ascending to the Father in the fullness of his humanity. The second aspect is the presence of Jesus with the Father. You will realize, as Jesus says in the Gospel of today, when he says, "The hour is coming, indeed it has come, when you will be scattered, every man to his home, and leave me alone. And yet I'm not alone. The Father is with me." Actually, the whole of his ministry, this is what Jesus has been saying. I am in the Father. The Father is in me. Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. So there is always that unity between Jesus and the Father. And now the ascension affirms that unity when Jesus ascends to go back to the Father. At ascension, Jesus gives his disciples a mandate. The mandate to continue his mission, the mission of spreading the good news, the mission of making disciples. They are sent to go into the world. And they did that. And in turn, we are continuing with that mission. It is our turn, mine and yours. And the fact that we live in this world, the world which has chosen darkness over light, the world which is ruled by the Prince of Darkness, we time and again face challenges. The life of a disciple is a life which is lived under a lot of tribulations, because the world which hated Jesus hates those who follow him. So, as we go through life, the life of a disciple, facing the challenges, and at times the challenges that discourage us in this mission which has been given to us, there are two things which we must remember. The first one is that we are never alone. The fact that we are continuing the mission of Jesus, the Jesus who was never alone, the Jesus who was always with the Father and in the Father. And when actually he leaves, he says to his disciples, I will not leave you alone. I will not leave you desolate. I will not leave you orphans. I will send the Spirit. I will send the Comforter. I will send the Counselor, the Advocate, who will be with you to help you in this mission. And actually, on that day of the ascension, he says to them, I am with you always, yes, to the end of time. And again in the Gospel of John, he says, whoever keeps my commandments, I and the Father will come and abide in that person. So we're not alone. The Spirit is with us. Jesus is with us. The Father is with us. As it were, dear brothers and sisters, we are like Liverpool supporters, never walking alone. Because someone is walking with us on this journey, the journey of being a disciple. The second thing is, Jesus says, he says in the gospel of today, in the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have conquered the world. We must always remember that Jesus conquered the world. We are not beginning from scratch. We are simply continuing the mission which he started. And the victory is assured because he conquered the world. And remembering those two, we are not alone, and Jesus conquered the world, gives us courage, gives us strength. The strength to be able to face the tribulations that are coming our way as we live the life of being disciples, as we continue to spread the good news. Looking at these days, dear brothers and sisters, generally we live in a world which is overwhelmed by darkness, but these days it is even darker because of the pandemic which we are facing or which we are fighting. And life has become very, very difficult for a lot of our people. Every day the difficulties multiply. Going hungry, losing jobs, losing our loved ones, getting sick, the fear. So, as it were, it is scary. Again, let us remember that in the midst of this darkness, in the midst of this fight, we are not alone. Jesus is with us. The Spirit is with us. The Father is with us. And let us take courage in knowing that Jesus has already overcome the world. So if he has already overcome the world, we are assured that we also will overcome. This pandemic will pass. These dark times will pass. And this can only happen if we remain in him, if we hold on to him. On his side, he will never, ever leave us alone. So take courage, dear brothers and sisters, because he has conquered and he is with us always to the end of time. Amen.